Big changes being promised in the way the city of Grand Rapids delivers services. 1 week before city commissioners are set to vote on a budget that cuts spending by over $20 million, we're hearing more about what the future holds for the city. 24 Hour News 8's Joe LaFergie at the live desk with more.
Yeah, Brian, you know they've cut services, they have raised your taxes, they promised more efficient ways of doing government business, and now we're getting a better idea of what changes may be in store for the city of Grand Rapids. Some of those changes may be in this list.
This is gnawing huge bites out of city government.
It took dozens of job cuts, millions in service reductions, an income tax hike, and yet another dip into the city's quickly evaporating rainy day fund. But the city finally has a balanced budget. But what about next year and the year after that?
And we will be looking at every single service the city offers to maximize our efficiency and our effectiveness.
One idea is privatization and partnerships. The mayor ordered up a study of which city functions could be done cheaper by the private sector or nonprofits, or by combining with other local units of government. The end result, out of 83 city functions on the list, about 50 could be candidates for either option. Like code compliance, which, among other things, keeps track of abandoned and blighted property. The list did not include what the savings might be.
In our recent history with our consolidation of dispatch, for example, the savings were significant.
About $1 million for Grand Rapids, $500,000 for Wyoming. Another idea, sell off unused or underused city property.
We did an inventory 6 years ago, but we're different now. We're smaller, fewer people.
Commissioner White's first ward counterpart, Dave Schaefer, estimates the city could put an extra $35 million in the budget by shedding extra buildings and property. And then there's the effort to bring employee pay more in line with the private sector. But there's a bureaucratic roadblock. It's called the Civil Service Board. Under the city charter, any changes have to go before the board, making it difficult to adjust the job to the pay. Schaefer and White want to get rid of the board.
As long as there is still some protection out there for the worker, and there is, as Commissioner White mentioned, through the unions.
As for this year's budget, they'll be voting on it next week, but you can tell city commissioners what you think of the spending plan tonight at 7 o'clock, just a little less than an hour from now at Cesar Chavez Elementary School. That's on Granville Southwest. Again, that meeting starts just a little less than an hour from now, a public hearing on this coming year's new budget. Back to you.